The 17-year-old homeless kid Marcus had nothing left to lose. 3 days of walking under the blazing sun, hungry, blisters on his feet, backpack straps cutting into sunburned shoulders. He followed the shimmer of a river off Highway 41 to cool down. Families were picnicking along the shore. On the other side sat about 20 Hells Angels with their families, leather vests, skull and wings patches, laughing while their kids played. Marcus kept his distance, stripped off his grimy shirt, waded into the cool water, and let days of road dust wash away. A little boy in bright red swim trunks, maybe 6 years old, played too close to the stronger current. Suddenly a scream ripped through the air. "Mikey! Mikey!" The mother's voice was pure terror. The boy was swept away, flailing desperately, half submerged. No one was close enough. The tattooed man, his father, ran, kicking off boots, but too far. Marcus reacted on instinct. He pushed off the rocks, cut through the water with powerful strokes, dove under the murky green surface. His fingers found fabric. He grabbed, pulled hard. He surfaced with the boy. Both gasped. "I've got you, buddy." Marcus locked one arm around the small chest and fought the current back toward shore. The river yanked like hungry hands, his legs cramped from days of walking, lungs burned, black spots danced in his vision. He remembered his dad's voice, "Trust the water." Then he shoved the boy toward the outstretched hands of the charging bikers. Rough fingers clamped his wrist. Strong hands dragged him onto the rocky shore. Marcus coughed violently, river water burning his throat. The boy was wrapped in a towel, coughing but alive. "You saved my son," said a big, bearded man with tear-streaked face and soaked leather vest. "I'm Frank, vice president of our chapter." Marcus could barely speak. "No money for hospital," he mumbled when paramedics arrived. They checked him and left him alone. The regular families packed up and left. The bikers stayed. Then came the roar. First 5 bikes, then 10, 20. Soon over 150 Hells Angels surrounded the clearing, gleaming chrome, leather, patches everywhere. The ground shook. Frank stepped into the center. The crowd went silent. "Brothers and sisters," he called. "This kid risked everything today to save my son Mikey. Without him, Mikey would be gone." Hundreds of eyes turned to Marcus. No hatred. Respect. "What's your name, kid?" "Marcus." "Remember that name. He's family now." The sun dropped low. Marcus sat at a picnic table with more food than he'd seen in weeks: burgers, corn on the cob, cold water. A woman with silver streaks in her dark hair, Donna, Frank's sister, sat across from him. "You're not sleeping outside tonight. Nobody who saves one of our kids crashes under a bridge." Frank approached holding a smaller leather vest. "Death's head patch on the back. Honorary cut," he said. "You showed real heart today, Marcus. That means something here." Marcus slipped it on over his damp shirt. It fit perfectly. "I run a motorcycle shop in town," Frank continued. "Need help cleaning up, learning the trade. Room above the garage is empty. Job and a roof until you get on your feet, if you want it." Marcus couldn't speak. Frank put a solid hand on his shoulder. "Because that's what family does. And your family now." Later a campfire crackled by the river. Stories, laughter, music. Little Mikey sat on Frank's lap, pointing across the flames. "That's the boy who saved me." The kid broke free, came over, and slipped his small hand into Marcus's. "Thank you for saving me." "You're welcome, buddy." Stars came out over the river. Marcus felt the weight of the last month's start to lift. Tomorrow he'd start work at the shop. Tomorrow he'd sleep in a real bed. Tomorrow something new would begin. For the first time in a long time, he smiled, a real smile that reached his eyes, as firelight danced across faces that were no longer strangers but a different kind of family. A family forged in a river current that almost claimed 2 lives, and instead saved 1.1.4s fast.